welcome to MADM Academy. My name's Ben. I'm a digital marketer here at MADM Academy. One of my favourite things to do is coding, so I really enjoy coding websites or apps, and this week I'm working on a really exciting project with Kai from Start Digital. So Kai teaches students through Start Digital about different aspects of digital marketing, and we're creating this website this week which is going to be like a tutor portal where his students can go on, kind of find like the latest information in terms of what's going on in the lessons, upload work, see what other students are doing, all that kind of stuff. So I just want to run through really quickly where we're up to, give you an idea of the technical process of developing a website, and just give you some, general explanations, tips, and a few of my thoughts as well. So if you've seen the videos up to now, you'll have seen our brainstorming, our idea generation sessions where we've come up with the ideas that we want to implement into a website, and I'm actually using JavaScript and React. So React is a library for creating websites using JavaScript. It's a JavaScript library, really popular, really powerful, and this code here is using JavaScript and React. So really quickly, what's going on here is I'm importing the app CSS file, which is essentially the styles that we're using. If you're familiar with CSS, then that is what we're doing here. Then we're importing some components that we've created elsewhere, and here we've got like the main core part of the code, which is our app function, and within this we've got different components. So the idea of React is that you build reusable components, and then you can dynamically update these different components as well. So if you look on the left hand side of the screen, this is essentially what this code is rendering here. It looks very, very basic. This is the way that I build websites personally. I build the skeleton first, all the styling, how it's going to look visually, the colours, all that kind of stuff, the typography, that all comes at the end. I really like getting the the functionality right first. Other designers and developers go the other way, or some people just focus on one side of like web design. So for instance, they might be a developer and focus on the functionality, but then give the rest of the website project to a designer, for instance. But here I'm going to go through the entire process, building a website from scratch, and just show you quickly a bit what I mean about these reusable components. So on the left hand side here we see two components, two boxes essentially here that are exactly the same as each other. So the idea would be you would use React on a much bigger application, so something like Netflix, where if you go onto Netflix's website or their app, it's a lot of repetitive elements. So what I mean by that is they've kind of got the rectangle, haven't they, with the film poster or whatever image they're using for their for their particular film or TV show, and there's tons and tons of them. So rather than the developers having to code each one from scratch, it's like you can create one template and then update it over and over and over again without having to write new code. You can create one component for each film, and then just duplicate it with the different title or the latest reviews or whatever other information as well. So with that being said, I don't want us to take up too much time just talking. I want to kind of show you how this kind of component usability works. So here we have two components, exactly the same name, because they are the exact same component. I'm going to delete this code here because we're not actually currently using it, and we're importing this main week component that I've created here called main week. So we've imported React from the React library. I've imported the component CSS style sheet file, and here as well we've actually got the main function of this component, which is essentially a reusable function. I know a lot of information to take in. You don't need to remember all of it here, but what I'm going to do here is show you that you can actually create like reusable elements here. So we can say this is going to be our title, and this is going to be our description, and we're going to update this dynamically. So rather than hard coding the words title and description, which would mean that it would all be exactly the same, we can actually destructure these names here. We can call these whatever we like. We're going for title and description, and then we go through to our app.js file, and then here we can say title, we can say title A, and then description can be description if I can spell properly, description goes here. And just to show you that things are different now, we can say the title here is, we'll just do some random text, and the same for description as well. This can be just some random text. So what we'll see going on here is, because I'm trying to record this and show you this, I'm getting an error. I can't actually see on my screen. I can now. That was where our error was coming from. We'll save all of this, and then what you'll see here on the left hand screen once it's re-rendered is our title is title A here, and then we've got this random text here for this second one. So essentially we've created this one singular component here, which we've called min this week, which is eventually where, you know, Kai can put on, you know, what's going on this week in terms of what workload or whatever it might be. This second box can be in terms of maybe what the students have been doing that week, and the next box can be some more information as well. Down here is going to be upload files. And just really quickly on this video to kind of show you what's going on here, I can create a new custom component as well. Just really quickly, we can call this upload file.js. If you're working with JavaScript, then you need this JS file name. We can import React from the React library. We can create our function here, which we can call upload file, create an arrow function, if I can spell it properly, and then we can return our JSX code here, which can be div hello for now, then export this, which would be export default upload file, and then we would then call this sorry, I'm really not good at coding and talking at the same time. Like, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to do one of them, never mind both together. And inside this div here, we can actually call that, which was, we'll call it upload file. Visual Studio automatically imports that for us, which is a nice little feature. And then if we save this over here, we've got hello. I can actually change this a little bit to make it a little bit easier for you to see. So if we go back to upload file, we can do some inline styling for now. So justify content, I believe it is, which is center. It might be align items. I always forget on this one. It is not working. Style, text align might be center. Here we go. Hello. I'm telling you, I am not the best coder when I'm having to talk through it at the same time. But I just wanted to show you kind of, what's going on here with React, how we create these custom components, and again, just to remind you how we make it dynamic. We can use props, which we would say title or description or whatever we want to call it, goes here, for instance. Then we can destructure this here, which would be goes here. Save that, go back into our app file, and then we can do, if I can find it, goes here, I think we called it, and then we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we get that information there. Everything we can do here by passing in using a feature called props within React as well. So we're essentially on our tags creating attributes, properties, which are known as React props. If we go on to the React documentation, so React documentation, everything that you need to know about React really is here. So if we go on to React documentation, just type into Google React documentation. There's a tutorial to learn React there. I'm going to share a lot of information and tips on here. The documentation, you try React, learn React, stay informed. What are the main concepts? So introducing JSX, rendering elements, components and props, which is exactly what I've just kind of described here. If there's any questions you want to ask about learning React, then please get on the forum, ask whatever questions you might have. We're just seeing it here again. And yeah, just to show you again what was going on here, we're creating this website here, which, obviously I still need to do all the styling of. It's exciting to show you where we're currently at. And I'm looking forward to the next updated video as well, which hopefully will be a lot further ahead as well. So in terms of how will it look visually. So yeah, see you next time.